It is that time of year people have made New Year's resolutions or try to make positive changes. A lot of times, though, they can get discouraged and fail. Maybe it's because they're not giving themselves the best chance with a SMART strategy. We're talking now to a man who's actually applied some of these strategies and has been successful at certain goals he set. We're talking about Stuart Welch from the Welch Group. Stuart, good to see you this morning.
Morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. And I know normally we're talking about financial goals, and we can mention that with some of these this acronym that you're mentioning today. But I know you applied this in your own personal life.
Yeah, so the SMART goals is just an acronym for how to actually write a goal, and the S starts for specific. So actually the number one goal that people set for New Year's, it has around exercise. I'm going to exercise more. So the first one is specific. You want to be very specific. You don't want to say I'm going to exercise more. You want to say something like I'm going to exercise 2 times or maybe it's 3 times a week for 45 minutes. So again, you want to be able to put it in range in something that is very specific.
You know, and again, I know that you applied a lot of this for yourself to try to get healthier, and it worked for you. When you mention the M, you're talking about measurable. What are we applying that to?
Yeah, so measurable, I think what you want to do is that you've got to be able to measure it, and exercising 2 times a week for 45 minutes, that actually is measurable, but you might add another tier. And what is the result that you're trying to get? And maybe it's you're trying to lose 20 pounds, or maybe you're trying to gain 20 pounds. So again, something that is very specific that you know when you've actually knocked the pins down. And I think what ties closely to that is the A, which is achievable. And really, is it achievable for you? So my goal might be more aggressive or less aggressive than somebody else because of me and what I believe that I can do. So again, you want to make sure that it's really tailored to you. You wouldn't want to come in if you hadn't done a lot of exercising and say, I'm going to exercise 7 days a week for an hour a day. You're just setting yourself up for fail, and you want to set yourself up for success.
And, to talk about what you mean when you say relevant.
Relevant, that's the R, relevant. And again, I think it's relevant to you. And relevant really goes to the why. Why is this particular goal important to you? So if I want to get down to, say, 180 pounds because maybe I've gained some weight over the holidays, it's relevant for me for a lot of reasons. I'm really focused on heart rate, or resting heart rate. So I'm going to have an exercise program that kind of relates to that, that's going to work on cardiovascular. But what is the why? If there's a big enough why, the how tends to take care of itself.
And finally, time bound, which again, this can apply financially, at least it could for me. How soon do I want to be able to retire? A lot of people are asking themselves that question.
Yeah, so time bound is every goal has to have a beginning and an end. It doesn't necessarily have to be the whole year. And you're talking about retirement, you're talking about multiple years. And so
4 decades at least, Stuart, for me, yes.
Yeah, so it might be multiple years, but you want to take that and cut it up in slices. Even for 2022, I probably cut my goal up into maybe 75 days. So a program I'm looking at is like a 75-day run. And then I'll reassess and maybe set a new goal. So again, it could be a 30-day goal. It could be a 1-week goal, just to kind of get yourself warmed up. And then when you get to that period, you want to set another goal. And I think it's really important, Mike, that you have an accountability partner, that you write your goals down and you have somebody that you're going to be accountable to, particularly if it's around exercise. Find somebody that'll exercise with you, maybe a couple of buddies. It's a lot more fun if you have an accountability partner and you're working towards similar goals.
All right, we'll give the SMART strategy a try. Thank you, Stuart. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike.
All right. Well, still ahead, though, even though holiday season is now behind